everyone, it's Rihanna and welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. I've decided to do a what I watch in a week video. This week I'm going to let you guys follow me when I go to the cinema or if I'm watching at home a movie or a TV show. Everything that I watch I'm going to document and report my thoughts back to you. I just thought this would be a cool and new video for you guys to watch. I'm going to be doing it in a vlog style, which I really enjoy doing. And I just want to share with you guys what I've been watching recently because I haven't really been active on this channel. I've got a few cinema trips planned. I've got a lot of movies at home to watch. So let's just see what happens. It is Monday right now, so let's get things started. The first thing that I watched this week was The Last Watch, which is the documentary about the 8th season of Game of Thrones. The Last Watch was quite an interesting documentary. It's like so much goes into the show and you really don't think about it. You don't think about the stunt people, you don't think of hair and makeup and how much time and dedication they have to put in to their jobs. Quite insane. Like the amount of night shoots they had to do for the show is just crazy, and it was just quite emotional because I feel like that's the last thing I'm ever going to watch of Game of Thrones. I may go back and rewatch it from the beginning. That documentary behind the scenes shows all of the actors behind the scenes, cast, crew, just saying goodbye to the show, and it was sad. It was sad saying goodbye to the show, and it's even sadder on a low note. I feel like not only audiences were disappointed, I feel like some of the cast were probably disappointed with how the show ended, but yeah. If you are a Game of Thrones fan, I would definitely recommend you see The Last Watch. I believe it came on HBO and is on Now TV in the UK. It was on Sky Atlantic, so definitely available to watch. Definitely recommend it if you are a fan of the show. Super interesting, super emotional. First thing I'm going to watch so far, I've actually been binge watching. I say binge watching. I've been watching a lot in a row, I suppose, of the Fast and Furious films. Now, I've never seen these films before. My boyfriend loves them, so we've been watching these. We're currently about to watch Fast and Furious 5. So far, I think my favourite one has to be the first one. The other ones kind of don't have a lot of plot to me, and I think it makes the most sense with the original family and stuff. That's my thoughts on the first. Yeah, we'll see what number 5's like. They gave us like a recap of the 4th movie, like we forgot previously on Fast and Furious when we literally watched it a couple of days ago. So it's like, yeah, we know. So just finished Fast and Furious 5. I'm noticing as the movies go on, there is more explosy, splosy, bangy, bangy, and less carsy, carsy. I'm okay with this, to be honest. I'm not a huge fan of cars and stuff, so I'm like, okay, I enjoy the action. It's all good. Oh, there's an after credit scene. Lady's alive! She died in the 4th one, and Chris was like, oh no, she's dead, she's a ghost, and I'm like, I know Michelle Rodriguez is in the rest of these films. I didn't know there was an after credit scene, so that's my bad. But then Eva Longoria from film 2 pops up. I'm enjoying their consistency, and I'm enjoying their little jokes about Tokyo and Tokyo Drift, because obviously Han dies at the end. Fucking Star Wars all over again. Han dies at the end. It's not cool, man. As the films go on, you can definitely see how the budget's grown. Got way more money because they destroyed basically half of Rio de Janeiro. But I'm excited to see the next one because Letty will be back, I guess. Only seen a bit of her. I'm excited to see more. It's Tuesday. I have been out all day since about maybe 10 AM till now, almost 8 PM. I've been out all day. But I'm going to see Booksmart tonight with my best friend. I'm very excited. I've heard lots of good things. It's directed by Olivia Wilde and it's a coming of age story and I'm a sucker for those. So very excited to see this one. There's been lots of hype. Everyone says it's hilarious. So I'll get back to you with my thoughts after we go see Booksmart. So I have to be really quiet because it's now 11:11 PM. Everyone else in the house is asleep. Just got back from seeing Booksmart with my best friend. Such a good film to watch with your best friend. Booksmart is a story about two best friends who are super smart, are going to these great colleges. They have worked so hard to get into the colleges, but they realise that they haven't had much fun in high school. So the mission is to have one last night of craziness before they graduate. Heard so much hype about this. It totally lives up to the hype. So hilarious. Absolutely loved it. I love female-centered coming-of-age stories. So obviously loved it. I will talk more in detail about it in my April and May favourites video. Probably will be up before this video. So I'll go into more detail with that. I loved Booksmart. We'll see what we watch tomorrow. It's Wednesday. We were planning to do a triple bill, got sidetracked, so now it's just a double bill. First Aladdin, then some Wagamamas, and then some Godzilla King of the Monsters. The premiere for King of the Monsters was last night. Some mixed reviews going around, but we'll see what we see. Honestly, I'm just down to see some kaijus.
Yeah. I love a bit of kaiju.
Some nice creature design. So we'll see what happens. So what did we think of Aladdin, Chris?
I liked it as much as I've seen it before. I thought it was good. People ripped on Will Smith a lot for like looking odd, but I thought it was good.
Yeah. Don't mind the singing. Chris isn't a musical fan.
No, I don't mind the singing. It's Disney though, isn't it?
This is true. They sounded proper like Broadway as well.
Yeah,
their singing was
really well.
proper Broadway. Yeah.
I was really happy with that. How do you feel?
I very much liked Princess Jasmine, Naomi Scott. But yeah, no, I had very low expectations for this, so pretty happy, you know. As well as a Disney live action remake can go, this one was probably one of the better ones. We're gonna go see Godzilla after this, aren't we?
We are indeed.
Godzilla!
Yeah.
So, we just got home from seeing Godzilla King of the Monsters, the sequel to the 2014 Godzilla film, which we watched the other day.
Yes.
I quite enjoyed that one, was really looking forward to this one because obviously the other sort of ancient monsters would make an appearance in this, and I just wanted to see some monsters fighting and stuff, really. In this film, there is a doctor who works for Monarch, who are the organisation that handle all of these creatures, and her young daughter. Basically, all the big monster creatures come out.
They make a device that talks to them.
A signal device that talks to them, like that alpha talks to them, and all these
And wake up.
monsters start to wake up, and you know, that's not good.
Not happy.
Hard to explain this film without spoilers. Anyway, let's talk about it. Would you like to go first?
I liked the film.
Yes.
The monsters fighting was very cool. I wasn't a big fan of the human element in the film.
I'm so glad you said that.
There was a lot of points where I just rolled my eyes like, oh, I didn't see that coming. Like, oh really? Oh, you surprised me with that one.
A lot of like stupid decision making, really.
Yeah.
I think like the only human character I liked was Bradley Whitford's character. He was the old guy who was the operator, who was just like sarcastic about everything. Yeah, no, I completely agree with you on that one.
Yeah.
You know, the film does what it says on the tin. It is a monster movie. It gives you kaijus fighting other... Are the others kaijus, guys? I know Godzilla's a kaiju. I don't know if the others are technically kaijus. But you know, monsters fight monsters. It's very cool. You get to see King Ghidorah. You get to see Mothra. They're all designed so well. Like, the creature design is amazing. The special effects, CGI, the whole monster element of it is great.
Some fantastic shots as well.
Especially that one of Mothra, like the glow-in-the-dark Mothra. That was a nice shot.
Yeah.
Not as good as 2014 though. Moving on. The human element, as you said. Now, a lot of people will see this film purely for Godzilla. Which is fine, that's great, that's what I went to see the film for. But if they were going to concentrate on the human characters so much, at least don't make them so fucking one-dimensional, okay? About everybody in this film could have died, and I'd have been like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't really give a shit. Millie Bobby Brown was in this film as the daughter of the scientist, and I thought she was pretty good. Like, I feel like her career just like bases itself around her screaming a lot and like having contact with monsters. I feel like that's going to be her like typecast. But I thought she was good in the movie. But all the other human characters, minus Bradley Whitford's character, I just did not care about whatsoever. I just think if you're going to focus so much on these humans and their story, which it's a pretty interesting story to be honest, at least make them better characters.
I think there was a point actually where I hoped some of the humans would die. Like,
just like, please, put me out of my misery.
Kill some of them off, please.
And I think in comparison to the first movie, cinematography here not as good, tension building not as good either. Yeah, I was pretty disappointed with this one. You know, I love the monsters. The monsters were so cool. It does what it says on the tin, but you know, the human characters and the whole story element of it just let me down a little bit, I think. Which was kind of sucky because I was really looking forward to this one.
I watched the 2014 one like a few days before, like you said, and that was the first time I'd seen that one, and it got me really hyped for this one. And then it was just like, oh.
I don't know if the film was affected by my cinema experience, because we both had a pretty shitty experience in this movie. So we saw it today, which is opening day in the UK. So the theatre was pretty packed because it was like a late showing, you know, people come after work and stuff. And we get people sat either side of us. Usually, fine.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know what I do care about? When people go on their fucking phones during a film. This guy next to me was on and off his phone all the time. I was just like, why would you do such a thing to me? I just kept putting my arm up like this, like so I couldn't see the stupid light on his phone. And then the film obviously has quite intense moments, right? And I swear to God, these guys were giving a fucking commentary on the whole film. It got to this really intense bit and they were like chatting. I was like, shut up. I shushed them. I had to shush. I was
proud of you.
So angry. So I don't know whether my experience had anything to do with my views on the film. I don't think it did. Overall, Godzilla King of the Monsters. Maybe give it like a 3 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Because the monsters were really fucking cool. Oh, okay. We're going to wrap this up now because it's very late and we need to go to bed. See you tomorrow.
Bye.
Previously on the last 5 Fast and Furious movies. This is back when they were like little babies. I'm sorry, but where is my flashback to Tokyo Drift? Ludicrous!
Love Ludicrous in those.
Ludicrous! I love Gal Gadot in these films. I don't know if any of you have heard of the Fast and Furious drinking game. Apparently, every time somebody puts their foot on the clutch or moves their gears, take a shot. If you're drunk within the first like 10 seconds. So done with Furious 6. Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Fast 5 Furious 6. Original. I like this one a lot more. Actually really enjoyed 5. 6 might be my favourite so far. I don't know if I'll just keep going and be like, you know, this one's my favourite, this one's my favourite. A lot more action again. But I did actually have like a oh my god moment. Spoilers if you haven't seen it. Gal Gadot's character, Giselle, half sacrifices herself for Han, and it was heartfelt and I was shocked and saddened. And then at the end, if you didn't already know, Han dies in Tokyo Drift because technically it takes place after all the other films. Or I guess just after, after 6, before 7, so in between is Tokyo Drift. Han dies in Tokyo Drift, which is the 3rd film. Very confusing, okay? But you know, they edited the clip of his death so that it was Jason Statham as Deckard Shaw doing that. Got very confused, had to go onto YouTube to make sure there was no continuity errors.
You know the scene with the airplane? That ran for 12 minutes, which is like the world's longest runway. If you think the speed that they're going the entire time.
They had these big catapult things that would attach onto like the plane, harpoons, and they kept trying to attach it. What was it? The flaps of the wings. And I turned to Chris and I say, why don't they just try and like get the engines? And he was just like, well, I think they're trying, you know, not to blow up the plane. Plane bloody ends up blowing up anyway, doesn't it? So might as well just that. Science. I don't know when we'll watch the next one. We'll see. Chris really wants me to watch End Watch, and we also bought Blind Spotting on Blu-ray the other day. We'll see which one we watch next. So at this point, I feel as if this video might as well be dedicated to Fast and Furious. But we think we've only got 7 and 8 to watch now, so we might as well finish it up. I will watch some other things, I promise. Right now we're in a Fast and Furious mood, so that's what we're going to watch. Okay, deal with it. Okay, bye. So we just finished 7. I kept forgetting that Chris hadn't seen 7 yet, and I kept saying stuff that I knew was going to happen, and he was like, what? I was like, nothing. Paul Walker's last movie, because I think he died in the middle of production or just after production. Yeah, that was sad. I continue to like the movies more as they go on. I don't want to talk about too much because I want to make like a whole video on all the Fast and Furious movies. Yeah, we're probably going to watch 8 next. I'm going to watch 8 next.
Do it right now?
Yeah, right now. What is it? Fate. For 8. Fate of the Furious. That's what this one's officially called apparently. But it feels wrong without Paul Walker on it. I think Charlize Theron's in this one, so I'm kind of excited. I'll have a bit of Charlize Theron. Got this glorious looking cake here, along with some Fast and Furious 8. Life is good. So we're done with 8, and apparently Chris has already seen 8. Hadn't seen 7, had seen 8.
I don't know how it got past me.
I like how they tried to go a different route. Still unclear about Dom's history with Cypher. She was an evil bitch. And whoever gave Charlize Theron that hairstyle should seriously be fired. So I'm sorry, but horrendous. Horrendous. But you know, the submarine was fucking cool, so yeah. So Chris seems to think that 3 films in a day is too much. However, I did a film degree I'm a film geek. 3 films is nothing, and he keeps begging me to watch End of Watch with him, and it's got my man Jakey G in it. Oh, and apparently Anna Kendrick's in it too. And he said, we can watch this right after if you want to. Just be warned, it's not going to be as fun as Fast and Furious. I was like, gay? We're going to watch this now. Chris was correct. It was not fun. Probably one of the best cop movies I've ever seen though. I feel like I haven't seen that many, but this one was definitely grab your attention, keep it there for the whole entire time, shock you out of your wits kind of cop movie. I'm glad I watched it though. Good filmmaking there. And plus Jake Gyllenhaal's in it. Hello, it is Saturday. I haven't been able to watch much today because we've been busy, but usually on Saturdays is when Brooklyn Nine-Nine comes on to Channel 4 catch-up thingy, because we're not lucky enough to have it like US time, which sucks. But there's a new episode, so we're gonna watch that. Nine-Nine. There wasn't one last week, which was really sucky, but this one is even better because it has Lin-Manuel Miranda in it. Lin-Manuel Miranda in it, who I love. So gonna watch that, and then maybe some Chernobyl or something, we'll see.
James, super important question. Which one of these shirts should I wear to dinner with your mom tonight?
Those are exactly the same.
I have a signature look, Rosa.
Put on a t-shirt for all I care. Doesn't matter what you wear.
Of course it matters. He has to wear the smaller checks. Big checks wash them out. Where are you, Amy?
It doesn't matter.
We're gonna watch it. Chernobyl episode 2. Oh, it's a HBO show, and HBO shows are always like an hour, if not more long. Pray that I stay awake, because I am really tired, but everyone keeps raving about this show, so gotta get through it. Just finished episode 2. Honestly.
Damn.
What the fuck? Everyone knows about what happened in Chernobyl, right? But you don't know the specifics. And when you know the specifics, you're like, oh shit. And the way they just ended this episode, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry. If I had to wait a week, I'd be like, I'm so angry right now. I'd have to go Google it. Oh man. Oh, HBO do know how to make a show, don't they?
It's a good show.
And he's loving it because there's all this sciencey shit. they were like on the phone, and obviously the phones are tapped or whatever, and they're giving each other code, and he's like, yeah, look at this periodic table, this means this, and I'm like, what? But at least I know how a nuclear reactor works now. I'm assuming we're going to have to watch episode 3 because...
What time is it?
Yeah,
we'll watch episode 3.
We watched episode 3 and episode 4. Didn't realise there was no more to watch after that. And we gotta wait.
I was hoping for a binge, I'm not gonna lie.
He was prepared. Like, usually we watch like 1 or 2 episodes, and he's like, no, you know, don't want to watch any more, but he was ready.
Yeah, I'm sad.
He hasn't been like invested in a TV show in a while, so...
Not like this anyway. It's really good.
I couldn't even do this with Game of Thrones, people. What the hell? So we've got to wait a couple of days until the next one comes out. So far, it's fucking harrowing, really.
Yeah.
I didn't realise how long this shit went on for. Well, obviously it took a long time for them to sort it out. And they still don't know what caused it. I didn't even know today if they know what caused it.
I guess we'll find out.
I guess we will find out. That is wrapping up Saturday. Don't actually know if we'll watch anything tomorrow, but we'll see. Gucci! So it's the last day of the what I've watched this week. It's Sunday, I'm having a really chill day, not doing a lot to be honest, but I have just sat down to start watching season 2 of Good Girls. It just recently came on Netflix. I've been waiting forever for this to come back. Probably gonna watch a couple of episodes of this, maybe a film tonight, we will see. Let's get cracking on this. It's been a long time.
Baby clothes, the ones you handed down. And then I thought, wouldn't it be cool if there were quotes from all her favorite authors? So who are you?
They've got all like this stuff going on with gangs, etc. She has time to make a quilt. I wish I had that much time on my hands. They're comparing their knowledge of DNA samples to CSI and NCIS and such. which is completely what I would do in this situation, to be fair. I always think I'd make a great detective when I really wouldn't. I love this show for that. So I managed to get through about 3 episodes of Good Girl Season 2, which is pretty good for me because nowadays I only ever have time for like 1 episode of anything. So to round off the week, we are going to give Blind Spotting a go. We bought this on Blu-ray earlier on in the week. I'd heard lots of great things about it. Just saw it, Chris read the back, thought it looked good, so I'm excited to see what all the hype is about. And that is going to be the very last thing we watch this week. I guess we will report back to you with our thoughts and then we'll round up the video. This is going to be a bugger to edit. It's got my man Daveed Diggs in it. We watched an episode of Brooklyn Nine-Nine with Lin-Manuel Miranda in it, and this has Daveed Diggs. So there's a theme going on. It's original cast members of Hamilton. I'm loving my life. So we just finished up Blind Spotting, and I think my heart was in my throat for about 95% of that film.
Yeah.
Like shit.
That was intense.
It was so intense. Really well done though, like the script and the acting and everything was amazing. The rapping. Daveed Diggs is a very good rapper, should I say. Very good rapper. And this movie actually has Jasmine Cepheus Jones in it, who's also in Hamilton, so it was like a little Hamilton reunion. But if none of you have heard about Blind Spotting, I'm very surprised. But it follows these 2 friends who live in Oakland, California, and one of them, Colin, is just coming off his probation because he's been in jail, and just tensions keep rising and rising, I suppose. I don't really want to say more than that because you really have to like watch it and experience it to fully get it, I suppose. But it's like thought-provoking and intense. Just overall a really well-made film. If you get a chance to watch it, I would definitely recommend.
Give it a watch. Yeah,
give it a watch. Yeah. That is the last thing we're going to watch this week, or I'm going to watch. Yeah, thank you for watching this video. Might do some more in the future, depends how this one goes down. As usual, like and subscribe and that, and all my stuff's in the description. And thank you guys for watching. Bye!